the idea that was to make the information secure, it's still very secure even in an offline mode. So far we have discussed and we have looked into the architecture on, how do we install the Cognos, IBM Cognos Mobile. Now coming on to the core agenda of today's webinar, wherein we are talking about, excuse me, we are talking about the Cognos deployment on iPad. So with iPad, of course, as you saw in the previous screen, we can have both connected as well as disconnected mode. When I'm connected, it's well and good. I'm connected with the IBM Cognos BI server. It's as good as I'm browsing the IBM Cognos BI connections. So that is well taken care of. So let's discuss on something which is new, which is unique in this scenario. That is the disconnected mode. To enable the analysis in disconnected mode, what Cognos has come up with is actually the set of active reports. And these active reports are nothing but MHT files. So question comes up, do you need a separate studio for creating these reports? No, actually the Cognos BI studio that is available to you can itself be used to create the active reports, which can be deployed on your Apple iPad. So let us see, active reports on iPad. The very first thing that you will require is IBM Cognos Mobile app. Don't worry, this app is available for free if you go on to the Apple Store. What does this app actually do? It actually helps you in consuming the reports directly or indirectly. What do I mean by directly or indirectly? So what I mean by directly is you can actually execute these reports completely on the apps itself, so that the whole information, or you can do the analysis using the apps. At the same time, these apps also enables you to receive the reports via the email. So, from the IBM Cognos BI server, you can actually do the bursting, and the emails with the active reports can be sent across to you. And you can actually, activate the active report directly from your email. So as I said, do I need a new authoring environment? The answer is no. We do not need a separate authoring environment. As I said, we can still continue with the existing stuff, and there are nothing new that needs to be managed. Any active report can be consumed on the desktop and the iPad also. So when you are doing the development, you can actually look at the first cut look and feel on your desktop itself before even you deploy onto the iPad. And you can look at these active reports even in the Business Insight, which is available in Cognos 10. Now let us look at some of the solution highlights of this active report. As I said, I have been talking about it's available in disconnected mode. Nothing more to add. I think we have had this discussion. And as I said, even in the disconnected mode, you can do a huge amount of analysis on top of it, which clearly indicates that it's highly interactive. And as I said, that active report is nothing but MHT files, which makes it portable. You can actually send it across. And if you remember the previous slide wherein I clearly said that you can actually share this information on email and you can do a quick download. Yes, it's available for you. You can also do the analysis of this active reports, and within those set of active reports, you can actually do a drill down and look at the detailed information. And what you can actually do is you can also have a link on your active report which can take you to a connected mode onto the IBM Cognos BI server, and wherein you can look at the reports. Broad distribution, it does. It leverages the IBM Cognos BI platform. As I said, to create those active reports, you do not need to go anywhere, but you just use the existing Cognos BI platform. And talking of using the existing Cognos BI platform, you can, whatever security and, it's a complete single authoring environment that I'm talking about. So it's all available to you in one shot. So if I'm creating an active report or something for doing the analysis in an offline mode, so if you go into your organization, you will see that there will be two sets of people. One which will have a huge amount of reports, and those will be very irregularly used by those mobile users. Whereas at the same time, you will have a set of people who will be using very small number of reports, but they will be using it more frequently and they will be doing more analysis on top of it. So what we can do is, for the first set of group, we can create a kind of more static reports which can be made available to them. Whereas for the second set of groups, we can create more analytical kind of reports for which they can, which will enable them to actually do the analysis, understand, the scenario and take an informed decision. Now let us look at the general guidelines for mobile reports. Do remember that iPad only has a specific area. Its screen is not expandable. So we also have to take care of the number of, the resolution of the whole report. So that is one of the most primary stuff which I think Manish will be discussing with you later on. Now, the other things that are available in the mobile reports are, you can create dashboards, you can create roll-ups, you can consolidate the data, you can have traffic lights in it, you can have various indicators, colored indicators, and drill-through functionality can be there. Now let us look at some of the supported stuff for mobile reports. So prompt pages and subset of inline prompts are available for you. As I have been talking, you can do the drill up, drill down, drill through. The Business Insight, Report Studio, Query Studio, Analysis Studio, Event Studio, these are available to you. In addition to all of this, you can actually use features like mail to and fingerprinting. If you remember, I had shown a slide wherein a person can take an informed decision based on the analysis that he or she may have done in connected or disconnected mode. And within the take action part, he actually does the fingerprinting and he can actually write his comments or highlight his comments and mail it across to his team to take proper action. Now we should be very careful about some of the not supported features for standard reports. So one of the important things that is not supported as of now is image as backgrounds. The other one is Java scripting within reports, and some complex formatting using an HTML elements. So these are the stuff that are not supported as of now. Now, if you see, and the question must have come up that, hey, I create an active report using the Report Studio. It's there on my desktop. I can look at it. What happens? Do I have to do anything special when I'm moving it onto the iPad? The answer is no. Actually, you do not need to take care of those things. Those are the things that is taken care by the apps by themselves. So if you see in this chart, in this slide, the years are represented in a particular fashion on the dashboard on the desktop of your computer. But once you move it onto the iPad, what it actually does is it actually captures the information and it converts into the iPad features automatically, and you don't have to do anything special for this. And one of the most important thing that has been highlighted is Apple stuff and iPad coming in is the swipe gesture. So if you look at the swipe gesture, swipe gesture can be enabled for you to actually take the control of the whole stuff. This which if this is a common gesture to move from, let's say, one data card to another data card and quickly do your analysis for, let's say, for different reasons. If you want to do a quick review, you can move from one region to another region quickly using the swipe gesture. The slide animation director is a property which defines the movement of cards, whether you want to swipe it from left to right or right to left or top to bottom or vice versa. The swipe gestures can also be used as triggers to update the reports through variables. Now, what do I mean exactly here? So in this kind of trigger, if you are changing one of the report from, let's say you are changing from one region to east region to north region. So what will happen once you change that, depending on those variables, the other relevant information that is present on the report will also change for north region. So this is how it will change. Now, it can be also coupled with the iterator control. If you see, I'm just highlighting the iterator control, the dots that you see there. So that can be, so if you see these dots, white dots that are present, so these are the iterator controls that are available to you. In case of, if you are looking at the this active report on the desktop, then in that case you will actually have to use the tabs that are present on the top of this report, the card 1, 2, and 3, 4 that you see. So that is the only thing, because that swipe gesture cannot be worked on the desktop. So on the desktop you will have to have this secondary control for you. Now let us quickly move on to the offline model. Report output is downloaded and it is cached on the device, so that when you are opening the reports on the iPad, you don't have to actually, it doesn't take time, it quickly pops up. All of the reports shown on the reports on my iPad list. So if you look at the iPad apps, there is a list which has reports on my iPad. So this information is cached, and when you connect online, then this information is refreshed for you. So when a report is rerun or refreshed, and the whole information is cached, and the older version is discarded, so that you are just looking at the latest version of the information that is available to you. And any drill up, drill down, or drill through, these are also cached, so that it gives you a seamless feeling of doing the analysis without any hiccups. You can also schedule these reports automatically to download on your device. So it's more like a mail, but you can actually schedule these reports to get refreshed. And whenever you connect onto the IBM Cognos BI server, these reports are automatically refreshed onto your mobile devices. Now, we have talked about the mobile device. We have talked about the active reports that enables you for doing the analysis in the disconnected mode. Now, let us look at the deployment strategies for these active reports, which actually enables you to do the analysis in an offline mode. So first one is email distribution, and we have already talked about the email distribution, that this information or the set of active reports can be sent across as an attachment to your email, which can be directly launched onto your iPad, because the IBM Cognos mobile apps actually enables you to do that. The second option is mobile distribution. If you remember the previous slide, there I indicated that you can actually schedule the reports to get refreshed, and whenever you connect with the IBM Cognos BI server, the reports will automatically get refreshed. So this is what we are talking about, mobile distribution. The third one is very clear. You can actually burst the report onto your various network locations. Based on the authentication and the rights that you have given on the folders, users can actually log in and download these active reports onto their iPad. The fourth one, of course, IBM Cognos connection. If you have a direct connectivity, if you are connecting to IBM Cognos, you can not only just download these reports, you can even refresh those active reports as per your wish, and then you can download it onto your IBM connection. Now, let us talk about restricting consumptions. So what I mean to say is, not all IBM Cognos users are authorized to consume IBM Cognos Active Reports content. Users must be named users of Active Report recipient, or at least they should be enhanced consumers in order to consume the IBM Cognos Active Report content. So I think with this, I will hand you over to Mr. Manish Kotak, who will quickly show you Active Report on the desktop, and then he will be sharing his experience, do's and don'ts, and best practices with you. Over to you, Manish.
Thank you, Pratyush. Good evening, everyone. Thank you for joining the call. So the next section that we will be looking at is a demo on active reports. Now, Pratyush has discussed all about the active reports on that active report is a new report type which has been introduced in IBM Cognos 10.1 and how it is disconnected and portable and interactive. So let us open up an active report and see how an active report looks like. I will be opening up an active report which exists on my machine. So I am entirely disconnected. Just a moment as I look at the active report. Okay. So as you can see, this is the active report. It is an active report dashboard which is available to the user. I hope all of you can see it because of network latency. So as you can see, I am highlighting the link, which is the path of the active report, which says that it is there on my C drive. So I'm accessing this particular active report in a disconnected environment, and entire data set has already been moved into this report. It is a .mht file which is available for the user, and it can be analyzed independently. So as you can see, there are 4 different sections which have been created in the dashboard. The first section is the overview section. The second section is the finance section. The third one is for the sales and marketing, and the fourth one is for operations. So we have actually used a functionality of tab in order to create multiple dashboards and combine them into one single dashboard. So the overview section gives us the health of the organization. It gives us the quarterly numbers for some of the most important KPIs, net income, marketing cost per lead. So it gives us the value. It gives us the current value for the quarter. It also gives us the target and the status and the trend. So the trend is in comparison with the last quarter. It also gives us a quarterly trend which is available to us so that we can find out how the net income is moving forward. It also gives us a bullet chart wherein we can clearly see that we can compare the actuals with the target. You can also see that there is a link which has been defined. Now there is a drill through which has been created on each of the metrics. So if you look at the net income, it will appear as a hyperlink to you. Now a drill through has been created on net income, and now we are in the disconnected mode. But if you want to have some more analysis on the net income or any of the KPIs which are listed on the dashboard, you can simply click on that particular KPI, and you will be prompted to enter your credentials and you will be logged onto the Cognos server, wherein you can execute the report which has been defined on the drill. So it is a good combination wherein you can clearly define what should be disconnected so that all the high-level summary can be included in the dashboard, and whatever detailed information is there, that can be pushed back in the form of detailed reports, and it can be accessed when the user gets online. So it is on demand. Also, you can see that there are various charts which are available on the dashboard. We can see that there is monthly breakdown of financials. It is a trend chart which presently gives us the value for the product alpha. Now there is a radio button bar if you want to see the values or the chart for some other product line. You can simply click on it. So let's click on charger. So as and when you click on charger, the report is so interactive and so responsive that it will immediately give you the values for charger. Now you might experience some latency, but from my machine when I access it, there is no latency over here. The result is instantaneous. Similarly, there is the breakdown of revenue and win rates, which has also been provided, which is the third chart. And over here we have again, there is a radio button selection which has been given. So if you want to change from Europe and if you want to see the numbers for North America, all you need to do is to select the value for North America and the card will automatically be shown. Moving on to the next tab, which is the finance tab. So here also we have multiple criteria which are available to us, and we have different combination of objects, list and pie chart and a trend chart, which is available for the user for analysis. So when I click, now this particular dashboard presently gives me the data for North America. If we want to browse the data for Europe, all we need to do is to simply click on Europe, and instantaneously the results will be shown for Europe. So as you can see, it is disconnected and it is portable and it is interactive, all of it. So moving to the next section. In the next section, we shall be